Scarecrow on a wooden cross, blackbird in the barn, 400 empty acres.
After the Civil War, American agriculture expanded at an exponential rate. Farmers migrated rapidly westward, plowing the difficult Great Plains for wheat and other grains, while small farmers spread cotton farther throughout the South. From 1860 to 1890, over 421 million new acres were owned, more than doubling American farmland. Like industry, agriculture experienced cycles of boom and bust. With debt increasing and crop prices falling, many farmers struggled to survive. To deal, farmers created large-scale organizations to support their own economic needs. The largest of these organizations was the National Farmers Alliance and Industrial Union, with over 1 million members at its apex.
The Farmers Alliance began in the midst of a land boom in central Texas during the 1870s. It was originally created to attract new landowners and railroad lines to boost the value of farmland. As Texas entered times of economic hardship, however, the Farmers Alliance focused on relief for the distressed landowners. Taking inspiration from the granges of the past, the Farmers Alliance worked to end the trouble of the crop lien system. In this system, sharecroppers and tenant farmers worked to obtain food and supplies on credit from merchants. Merchants and landowners received the first of the land's profits, with farmers receiving very little. In years of drought or economic hardship, very few could even pay off their year's debt. This means they were forced to begin their next year in the red.
The merchants and landowners are taking all my profits. Look at my crops, I don't even have any.
You can't roll a rock up a hill that steep. You can't pull roots when they run that deep. He's gonna live and die in the eye of an urban storm. Daddy won't sell the farm.
The Farmers Alliance sought to gather solely as a business organization. One aspect of the Farmers Alliance is marketing cooperatives, where groups of farmers would buy and sell in bulk to increase income and cut out the middleman. This included large corporate enterprises such as the Texas Farmers Alliance Exchange, a pool of all Texas cotton crop with direct relations with city trading centers. The Farmers Alliance also supported government regulations in the transportation industry, the establishment of an income tax restricting speculative profits, and the inflation of the nation's money supply to ease loan repayment. The organization worked directly with state legislators, even building offices in Washington, D.C.
The Farmers Alliance understands the needs of the farmers. It unites us to create marketing cooperations and sub-treasury systems. This will be the year that I finally get enough for my crops.
While most of the leaders were prominent landowners, they shared the same vision of economic growth as the poor farmers. One of the most notable leaders of the National Farmers Alliance and Industrial Union was Dr. Charles McCune, a physician who believed the farmers' struggle was solely due to a lack of organization. Through the creation of the Farmers Alliance, McCune tried to apply professional ideas to the interests of the rural farmers. By doing so, the agricultural industry gained influence and strength in United States politics and economics.
At the same period, a number of parallel organizations came into existence as well. While the National Farmers Alliance and Industrial Union worked towards the relief of white farmers in the South, the National Farmer Alliance of the Midwest and High Plains grouped both white and black farmers together. The Colored Farmers National Alliance and Cooperative Union consisted of African American Southern farmers only. Although it gained hundreds of thousands of members, the Colored Farmers Alliance lacked the resources of its white counterpart, never gaining the same political and economic influence.
In the early 1890s, the Farmers Alliance entered the political arena as the People's Party, otherwise known as the Populists. They represented a radical form of agrarianism and hostility towards banks and big businesses. The Populist Party established a strong following among poor white cotton farmers of the South and the struggling wheat farmers in the Great Plains.
The Populist Party established its base upon the acknowledgement. These included a sub-treasury system, which would allow farmers to store their crops in government warehouses. It also included the free coinage of silver, an end to protective tariffs in national banks, a federal income tax, and the direct elections of senators by voters instead of state legislators. In the election of 1892, the Populist Party nominated James B. Weaver as its candidate. Although winning the majority in Kansas, Idaho, Nevada, and Colorado, Weaver came out behind. The election proved a disappointment. Although many voters of this time switched parties, they tended to realign with the Democrats instead of the Populists. In the years that followed, both the Populist and Farmers Alliance declined in membership. Although short-lived, the Farmers Alliance was extremely powerful. It attempted to solve the problems of millions of farmers by uniting them as one.